Did you know that a German chocolate cake is not actually from Germany and that it originates from America? It's a soft chocolate cake encased in a rich, caramelly pecan coconut topping. But it's a very subtle chocolate cake without a big hit of chocolate, as it has the pecan coconut frosting instead of a chocolate frosting. To make the cake, we pour hot water onto some cooking chocolate and stir until the chocolate is melted, and set this aside to cool. Mix together flour, baking powder, bicarb, and cocoa powder and set this aside. Separate the egg yolks and the egg whites because we want to beat the egg yolks into the butter and sugar and fold in the whisked egg whites to get that soft, airy cake. Get your butter and sugar beating in a stand mixer with a paddle attachment. Add in the egg yolks one by one. Scraping down in between each yolk is important to make sure that there are no clumps of sugar left at the bottom. Once all the eggs are incorporated, pour in the cooled chocolate and a dash of vanilla. Start mixing this on a very low speed. Add in 1/3 of the flour, and as that's getting incorporated, add in 1/3 of the buttermilk. Repeat this process until all your flour and buttermilk has been incorporated into the batter. The two things to watch out for at this point is to work quickly so that you won't overbeat your batter, and scrape down your bowl in between to ensure there are no clumps at the bottom. Once all the flour and buttermilk has been incorporated, give it one last mix with the spatula and set this aside. Beat your egg whites using a whisk attachment until it has a stiff consistency. When you're beating egg whites, make sure the bowl and the whisk are clean and dry. This will help your eggs beat faster and better. Any oil residue left behind on the bowl will prevent the eggs from getting that nice stiff consistency. Fold your egg whites into the cake batter a little at a time. Make sure to gently fold the egg whites in so that you don't knock out too much of the air that you incorporated by whisking your eggs. This is what helps you get that light, springy, airy cake instead of a dense, heavy feeling cake. Line your baking pan, pour in the batter, level with a spoon and bake until it's springy to the touch. Let the cake cool in the baking pan itself while making the topping. For the coconut pecan topping, start by finely chopping what feels like a whole bag of pecan. Toast the pecan in a pan for about 30 seconds until it starts to get a slight brown color. Don't let it burn. Get the sugar, butter, evaporated milk, egg yolks and vanilla heating on a low heat. Keep stirring this for about 20 minutes or so until it starts to thicken. Once it has thickened, you can add in the toasted pecan and the coconut flakes and stir until it's all well coated and mixed through. It should have a very sticky, thick consistency that's almost too difficult to stir. Keep this for about half an hour for it to cool down. This is so yummy, you might struggle to stop yourself from eating a few spoonfuls every now and then while waiting for it to cool down. When the topping is ready, take the cake layers out of the baking pan. I always trim the top bit off to get a more even layer. Now this coconut pecan frosting is a little bit more difficult to ice onto the cake than a smooth chocolate icing. Add a dab of the frosting onto the cake board and press the bottom layer down. This helps it to stick to the board. Sandwich the cake with a thick layer of the frosting using an offset spatula. The pecan frosting is a little tough, so make sure to be gentle so that you don't break the cake. Once you have spread the frosting in the middle, pop the top layer on and press it down. And slowly frost the rest of your cake. I always start from the sides and work my way up to the top. Add the frosting a little at a time using a spoon, and then use the spatula to almost stick the frosting onto the cake. And there you have it. That is a German chocolate cake. Now, if you want a bit more of a chocolate hit, like my husband did when he ate this cake, you can always ice the center with some chocolate icing and just do the outside with the coconut pecan frosting. Either way, if you like chocolate, pecan and coconut, this is an awesome cake for you to try your hand at. Drop me a comment and let me know what other cakes you would like for me to make, and I'll be happy to have a go at it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.